How are y'all, and welcome back to another episode of KCG Plays. My name is Kevin, and today we are playing another Floor 9 run on Luck Be a Landlord. I hope you guys have been enjoying the last couple of runs in the new content patch. We are currently on 3 wins and 0 losses, which I think is probably the highest win streak I've ever had, and the highest percentage also. So let's jump right in, see if we can get some interesting synergies. Will it be another diamond run? They've definitely been carrying the last couple of runs. Cultist, I think, is fantastic in the new content patch. I think it's definitely much improved. We could take a... I don't particularly want a miner, but then again, I don't particularly want any of these. So let's take a cherry. We could take a bounty hunter. They've definitely been really good the last couple of runs. Let's take a crab as well. Okay, we haven't gotten our scaling yet. We made the first rent payment, only 2 left over, which isn't great. 50 now due in 5 spins. I don't think we can take a hustling capsule. I don't think it'll pay back fast enough. But chemical 7 is pretty good. Wanted poster is great. It really improves thieves. It makes thieves give an average of 1, I think, per 11, I think, per turn instead of 3. Shiny Pebble is alright. It's not so great with the cultist, but we can't base our run around that. Let's take a bubble just to kind of beef up our numbers per turn and make sure that we get our next rent payment. Let's take a present. It's better than nothing, though not by much. Let's take another shiny pebble. And we made the 50 rent payment with 5 left over, which isn't great, so definitely hoping for something better. This lucky capsule is great, and Kyle the Karma is good with the 2 shiny pebbles we have. They're now worth 2, twice as good. Beastmaster, not what I was hoping for, but the fact he now works with eldritch creatures makes him pretty decent. We do have 1 crab as well, so, and he gives 2, so he's alright. Let's skip this. Okay, only 15. Let's take a tedium capsule. It gives 5 and we might get something decent out of it. We didn't. We have to take something though, so I'll take a bounty hunter. And again, we have to take something. We can't afford to take a coal. We have to take a toddler, but we didn't quite make rent. So what happened here, we skipped too many items. I wasn't super happy with the items that were offered, and we just skipped too many and we didn't find a strategy. We also didn't eat very many items, which I think is essential for the early game. So unfortunately, ending our win streak on 3, which is a bit sad, but let's just jump into it. That's the nature of the game. And okay, so the game crashed there for some reason. Obviously it was incredibly sad over the fact that I broke my win streak. The only explanation. So I had to go back in, which is why you probably saw a cut. Presumably I remember to put that in, otherwise you got to see my desktop. Lucky you. So I just started a new run. So let's take an earn, I think, out of those options. And again, happy enough to go toddler. I think they're pretty decent early game. They can give us some early money. Let's take a shiny pebble. Could have had 2 crabs if we'd gone crabs. Okay, we made the first rent payment with 6 left over, which isn't too bad. 50 now due in 5 spins. Let's take a chemical 7. And let's take adoption paper. That's private. Could have had 3 crabs. A void creature. Could have had 4 crabs. This could have been our crab build. We could still try and make a crab build. Okay, for this, I don't think I want coal. Okay, and out of these, let's take a 3-sided dice. We're 2 on average, so it's not too bad. I think I'll take a lock box. Hope to pick up a key. There's a key for it. That's fantastic. Straight away. And we made the 50 rent payment with 59 left over, which is brilliant. 100 now due in 6 spins. Let's take a safe. And we could take Lucky Cat, but I mean, it kind of ruined our crab build, but what you're gonna do, it's gonna be better long term. Clubs, I don't think is great. Let's skip clubs. And we could take an anchor. I think it's slightly better than it used to be. Let's take a present versus a milk. I think a milk is probably better. Gives more money and it gives 1 per turn. Okay, do I want a cultist? No, but I will take big urn. We've got a bit of an urns thing going on here. Let's take an item capsule in the hopes it gives us something good. Small symbol bomb is okay. We made the 100 rent payment with 85 left over, so we did scale faster than rent, which is pretty nice. 150 now due in 6 spins. We do have a toddler, so let's take Pinata and let's take Shrine. Eldritch creatures add spirits. That's interesting. Oh wow, loads of things add spirits. Oh yeah, creatures. Oh yeah, so anything that's alive. That kind of makes sense. There's nothing funny there, is there? No. Funnily enough, billionaires no longer add spirits. New change in this update because they don't have souls. Let's take a lucky capsule. See if we can get some kind of direction for this run. A dame. Let's reroll diver. Diver's great. That can be our scaling. Okay, let's take a milk for the cats. There goes our crab, there goes our pearl. That's brilliant. I don't particularly want either of these things. Don't particularly want a 3-sided dice either though, so let's skip. Making 20 per turn, it's not great. Let's take a present to feed to the toddler. And we made the 150 rent payment with 104 left over, which is pretty good. Scaling more than rent. 225 now due in 7 spins. Let's take a rabbit fluff and let's take okay, we don't have any dwarf. Checkered flag is okay but not great. Tax evasion is okay but not great. Let's take checkered flag, I guess. And out Midas bomb, is this a good idea or is this a terrible idea? The only thing we'd be sad to lose is diver. Let's take it. Where is it? Okay, did we get rid of a dud? Did we get rid of both duds? We got rid of both duds. Okay, that's fantastic. We got rid of a big urn. That's great. Did we get rid of anything that we wanted to keep? It doesn't look like it. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant Midas bomb. Getting rid of the duds is brilliant. And should definitely help. Okay, at this stage we want to take anything that we can. Do we want to take coal? I think so, yes. Another run, another diamond. All of my winning runs have had diamonds. Let's take a... We currently don't have anything that makes pear better, but we could. Let's take a pear. It gives 1. We would pick up arrows, so let's take a wine. At this stage we would pick up a dwarf. Let's take an oyster. Eaten straight away by the diamond. We're getting about 23 per turn. So we made the 225 rent payment with 135 left over. 300 now due in 7 spins. We're doing pretty good. Bar soap is great. Happy hour is great. Dwarven anvil is now actually great because we're looking to pick up dwarves. Okay, bar soap will just fill up our empties there. I don't want a plum. Let's re-roll. Let's take a void fruit. Okay, let's take a pearl for the diver. I'm getting about 30 per turn. It's not brilliant. We'll take a bear because it's okay. It gives me 2 and it opens up some interesting synergies. Do I want a lockbox? No, I already have a safe. Okay, 26 per turn. Let's take an anchor. Has a slight chance to give us more kinds than the fish. It was eaten straight away. Watermelon is pretty good. Just rolls in and gives us 4 per turn. Happy with that. We made the 300 rent payment, only 48 left over, which isn't fantastic. 375 now due in 8 spins. So we need about 40 per spin. Sun, we do have a flower, so sun could be pretty good. Let's take the sun and let's take the lucky dice is great. Okay, we didn't make a big enough spin at that time. Do we want a mouse or do we want an orange? An orange gives 2, so I think we want an orange. 37, we're not making enough for rent, unfortunately. Hex of Tedium, I think we have to take it just because it gives 3. We might remove it later on. Okay, we got 40 that turn. Diamond is just brilliant, just got a diamond by itself. After we'd taken Hex of Tedium, I suppose we do have Lucky Cat. Okay, Hex of Tedium was not a good idea. Let's take a key. And how many symbols do we have? We have slightly too many. Let's remove that Hex of Tedium and let's try and get some more rares. Okay, we got 73. That's turn. That's great. 3 spins to get 100. Let's take a chemical 7 over a wine. Oh, we have small symbol bomb. I should definitely have used that. Let's take bar soap. Let's use small symbol bomb. I don't want a lock box and I will take an anchor though. 43, that spin. A hooligan could get rid of both of these urns, so let's take the hooligan. We have a few too many items in our pile at the moment, but we did make the 375 rent payment, 32 left over, so not fantastic, but 450 now due in 8 spins. Again, we now need about 50 per spin. Honey, 5-sided dice is great, it's just worth 5. Black cat is good. And let's take out some of our bad symbols, like this cherry and like, I think this shiny pebble only gives us 1 if I'm... Yes, I think this shiny pebble is our worst item. Okay, these spirits should definitely help. We have no way of getting rid of thief, so I'll take a milk. Okay, 72, that's fantastic. Let's take a void creature just to roll in and die. A few symbols got rid of there. Still have no way of growing this pair, but I'm optimistic. 5-sided dice is fantastic. 75, it looks like we're doing well so far. Let's take a void stone. Yep, a 77 on that one. Let's take an oyster. 62, so not a great spin. I did say I'd pick up a dwarf. How is our inventory? We have a few empty, so dwarf is great. Just roll in and give us 30. Out of these, I think a buffing capsule should be pretty decent. Yeah, it hit a dice and it hit a diamond, so we got 77. We made the 450 rent payment with 179 left over. A great scaling on that one. We picked up some very good items. 575 now due in 9 spins. Amherst. Do we have anything that improves Amherst? We don't. This is another new one. Will we pick up anything that improves Amherst? We might pick up Dame. So let's take it. Let's take... Ooh, lime pepper. This is new. Gives 6 kinds whenever you spend a reroll. Will that be better than an egg carton? I think we might be offered it. We only need to be offered like 1 egg for that to be better. 56. Let's take a void creature. Okay, say we get 60 per turn. Okay, this can work with Amherst, and I think this is just better. And if we get 50 per turn, yeah, we should have no problem making rent. So now we have something that can scale both our Amherst and our... Let's take it and our pair. Let's take a item capsule for red pepper. If every symbol is different, that's probably never going to happen. Do we want a cheese? No. Let's skip. Okay, decent hit there. We got our pair is now worth 2. Let's take a goldfish for the diver. How's our inventory? 22 symbols. So a few too many symbols, but some of them will get destroyed. Oh, of course, whenever the Let's take a crab for the diver. Whenever the diver eats something, we get a spirit, don't we? No, that was a different run. No, that is this run. Let's take a tedium capsule. Should we not have gotten a spirit from the crab? What did the diver just eat? It just ate a crab, right? We should have gotten a spirit. So the diver removes symbols. This only works when symbols... Does the diver not generate spirits? How am I just finding this out? Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that, but it seems like the diver doesn't generate spirits because it removes the items instead of destroying them. Okay, we made the 575 rent payment with 203 left over. We're doing fantastic at the moment. 650 now due in 9 spins. Let's take our last chemical 7. That's great. Do we have a toddler? We do have a toddler. We also have... Okay, we don't have a shiny pebble. I thought we did. Let's take jack-o'-lantern. Makes toddler better. Let's remove the hooligan, I think. Yep. Okay, how did we do this spin? Say our average spin, 85, 162. Okay, not quite our average spin. Something bananas must have happened there. I must take a look. Do I want a bar sub for the toddler? Each one gives us 2. What happened? Something broke. Who knows? Oh, chemical 7, that's what it was. So 70 on that spin. Let's skip this. $70 on that spin. As long as we keep rolling 70s, I am happy enough. I will take a hustling capsule because we're quite far ahead. If we're going to make rent, I always take a hustling capsule. Let's take a present for the toddler. Rolled in and got both of them for a big 26. Not too bad. 97. I will take a wine. It's worth 3. Gets drank by the dwarf. All good. 79. Yep, we seem to be in great shape. I should have taken a snail there for the diver. I forgot that he ate them. That's on me. I'll take a anchor for some permanent scaling. Okay, we now have an amherst that's worth 2 and a pear that's worth 2. Beehive, we do have a bear, so let's take the beehive. 102. Like always at this stage of the game, we made the 675 rent payment at, was it 675 or 625? I don't know, but we have 335 left over. 700 now due in 10 spins. Do I want a second beehive? I don't think it's a good idea. I think it'll probably just make us more likely to lose. At this stage, we just keep doing what we're doing. We're not going to lose. So I just want to avoid strategies that will make us lose. Like, let's take a tedium capsule. Okay, yep, no problem at all. Let's take another beer for the dwarf. At this stage of the game, as I was saying before we made rent, I find myself just looking for removal capsules as always. Great hit there, hit the beer before it got drank by the dwarf. That's pretty decent. I don't want another toddler, I don't want a cultist, and I don't want a coconut. Let's use a removal. Do I want a target? Not really. Okay, we made 75. Let's take a present for the toddler. Pretty decent. 10 from the present and 6 and 12 for the toddler. Let's take an oyster for the diver. Pinata, I think, would fill our deck up with too much items. 5-sided dice is just worth 5, so it's great. Whenever it rolls in, it's basically a diamond. Let's take an item capsule. Still some decent items we could get. Amherst and pear, probably not great picks. Let's skip this. Got Pizza the Cat. Okay, cats are now worth 4 actually, so cats are pretty decent. We made the 700 rent payment with 461 left over. 777 now due in 10 spins. Shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. Is geologist good? Not particularly. Is anything I'm likely to get here good? Second diver? No, not really. Let's just skip. Let's take a mining pick. Actually, geologist would have been decent. Let's remove cats are worth 4. I think this orange is the worst item we have. Yeah, we just have a board of items that are worth between 2 and lots. That's what I'm gonna say. Something got removed there. Don't know what it was. Let's take an item capsule. See what else we can get. Maxwell the bear is great. The bear, we have a bear and we have some honey, so Maxwell the bear is brilliant. And this is a nice run because it's nothing great, but just solid symbols across the board. In fact, our worst symbols are probably this pear and this amethyst. For all the potential that they had, they're just not doing great. But we're just getting solid runs of $70, $80 per spin. Let's take another chemical 7. How's our inventory? 22 symbols. We've slightly too many symbols. Well, that's solved there now by getting rid of whatever these two are. Yep, and we have one more rent left. And then this run complete. No real struggle. We made the 777 rent payment with 597 left over. This time your landlord was used as a piñata. I wonder, is this completely random or is this affected by what you did in the run, like the symbol you had most or something? We definitely had a few piñatas. 1. Okay, we only had 1. Maybe I only notice it when it's like relevant to the run. So an interesting run. Getting what was an early Midas bomb, which removed both of our duds, is fantastic. That gives us like 10% extra symbol estate, or real estate, I guess, which definitely leads you to just filling up the deck. In hindsight, picking this pair and this amethyst with only a bronze arrow to scale them. In fact, I picked the pair way before I had the bronze arrow, and the amethyst slightly before that I had the bronze arrow. Not a good idea. If a bronze arrow is your only scaling and you only have one of them, you don't pick either of these. But we learned that in this run. Diver obviously great. What really carried this run, I think, however, was picking up the lucky dice and then getting offered 3 5-sided dice, 2 in quick succession. Diamonds, as always, are just there being decent. Toddler was great. Dwarf was great, as always. Just a nice solid run. Bit dicey there towards the middle, but then once it got going, once we picked up these 5-sided dice and lucky dice, no real trouble after that. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, give us a like, comment down below, let me know what you thought of the run, and subscribe to see more runs every day. We'll be back tomorrow with another Floor 9 run. So until then, guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.